Hello everyone, Eileen here from sunny North Kent. It's beautiful down here today, getting a bit warm, so I'm at the craft desk early. Going to share this with you today, but before I do, can I just say a huge thanks to you all that follow me, that encourage me, that give me so much support and leave me such lovely comments on the social media sites, Facebook in particular, and of course Instagram. It's really heartwarming. Thank you very much indeed. Right, and without more ado, I'm going to get on and share this with you. I'm using Lavinia stamps products today. I've got a bit of copy paper here to start with, and my card. My card stock is from Paper Mill Direct. It's ivory coloured, and it is, now I think it was 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres square. I just got an A4 card, folded it, creased it, and cut it to 15 by 15. So it's a one layer card. You haven't got any toppers or anything. And I'm starting off by using these fabulous sticker stencils from Lavinia Stamps. Now they look very flimsy. They are very flimsy. But I have not destroyed one yet, and I've had some of mine for a long time. I'm very careful. They do lose their sticky. I don't care when they lose their sticky. I use magnets, as I'm going to today, to hold them down. And I also use tape. So these are still pretty sticky, but just to be on the safe side, on comes my Misty. Just check that I'm in shot okay. God, these magnets are tough. Pop the card down again. And the sticker set that I'm using is called Nature and Nurture Collection. It was the very first one that Lavinia Stamps brought out. You got a couple of birds, a leaf, and of course the heart. So I'm just going to pop the heart in the middle of my card, more or less. Okay. And I'm going to place a couple of magnets down. Now I don't want the ink to go onto the outside frame with a border, so I'm just going to tape some of that off with a piece of repositionable stencil tape from Sweet Poppy Stencils. Just popping that down. Like so. I'm using makeup brushes, just the small ones for this, and I'm using Archival inks. Starting off with, where is it? Here it is. I'm using Petunia to start with, and then I'll be going on to Periwinkle. So I'm looking for the purple brush. That one will do nicely. Taking off a fair amount onto this side, onto my copy paper at the side. Sorry about the squeaky chair, and I keep bobbing up and down just to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. So just very lightly, no pressure on the head of the brush, coming down over the stencil, not adding a lot of ink. This is a background, so I want it to be in the background. A bit more this side, but paler, because I'm going to add some blue this side. A little bit more this on this other side, on the left. Make the colour as deep as you like. Okay, I think that should do me for Petunia. moving on to Periwinkle. This is an absolute joy of a colour. So pretty. And I use it a lot. Now, going on to my blue Archival brush. Just now going to add a little bit. If it looks a bit blotchy as you're applying it, as the Archival ink soaks into the cardstock, it will get smoother and level itself out, and it will look gorgeous, as it always does. Leaving some sort of white, well, it's not quite white as it is ivory, uninked, so that you can get the different contrasts of textures, hopefully, and a dimension of the heart. Bit more blue around here. And heavier on the brush, just to give it a little bit more shade at the bottom. Okay, don't want to overdo it. Right. So I'm going to leave this in place, and I'm bringing on the stencil and also some more Archival ink, goldenrod this time. And the stencil is from Lavinia, and it's called Words 1 because you've got all the words, but also these flowers. And I use the flowers. If you look at my Facebook pages or Lavinia for You, you'll see I use these flowers a lot. But not actually from this stencil. I've got another one of these and I've cut it up. It makes life easier for me. I'm always handy with the scissors regarding my stamps and stuff. It doesn't destroy them, it just helps me work a little bit easier with them. So there we go. I've cut the flowers out or away from the main body of the stencil. And I'm using this one at the top here. I'm going to move that magnet over a bit because it's in the way. And going to pop that down. Leave this sticker stencil in place, and then of course all of your inky colours will stay inside the heart. And using a yellow brush. Again, a small one, not too large. And it's just off the edge here. Holding it down, give it a bit of welly. Bit more, that should do. So that's one. And then moving it down to the next size and over again. So it's only part onto the stencil, onto the heart, but moving up. So some of the colour is going to go on the goldenrod area of that other flower. And I'm going to use, what colour did I use? I think I used Periwinkle, but I did put a lot more ink on, so not taking so much off, and yeah, being very heavy-handed with it. Look at the difference to the outer edges of the heart. This is quite deep now with this colour. Something's banging here on one of the lamps, sorry about that. So that's the blue. And then onto the next flower. In fact, I think it was, no, I'm going to use this one. Onto the next flower, and this one I'm going to do back into the purple or mauve of the petunia. And again, it's over, so only part of the image is on, and actually it was round that way a bit more. Trying to get it exactly the same as my original card. I don't think I will, the positioning, but it's close. And on this one, I'm using, yeah, I put it away. Why did I do that? So back we go again. Make sure you stay within the stencil. Don't get tempted to drift out to the other part of the heart. And that's it, which I've done there actually. Never mind, I should have got an eraser, I'll get rid of it. You see, I tell you what to do and then I go and do it myself. I've got an eraser here. It's a sand eraser for ink. Just going to take that line out there. It's very pale. You probably can't see it, but I know it's there. Anyway, that's got rid of most of it. Next is the flowers, and I'm going to stamp those using the Misty again. So off we go. It's all the stenciling done. And let's have a look to see what I've got so far. I'm going to remove the tape very carefully. And the stencil. And there you go. No leakage underneath. You see, with Archival inks, they're not only have they got transparent features that I just adore, but they are quite a heavy ink in the sense that they're not as fluid as VersaFine Clear, which is great for other techniques as well, especially stamping. And they're inclined not to, as long as you're careful and don't put too much ink on your blending tool or your brush, they're inclined not to leak underneath. So these stencils that you use. So that's what I really love. They're a dye-based ink, Archivals, in an oil base. So they're a dye ink in an oil base. And so they're waterproof as well, because oil and water don't mix. Right. Okay. Right, I wish I hadn't said all that now because I've forgotten where I am. Flower, yeah, okay, you're all shouting at me, I can hear you. Listen, I'm really chilled, I'm going to have another coffee. Hold on. Lovely jubbly. Flower. Wild Poppy from Lavinia Stamps. An absolute favourite. Well loved, this one. So what I'm aiming for now is for that poppy stem at the top to go right up through the centre of that heart. So down, that's my guide. So down it goes. So I want that to be through the centre of the heart. I can see it, I doubt you can. So that's going up, and then to make sure that I've got it as far up as I'd like it to be, I don't want any of the stems of the poppy here to come out of the heart, and they are just edging over to that. So I'm going to go up a little bit more. Hope this makes sense. Up a little bit more so those stems are firmly placed inside the aperture of the heart, and that large poppy head there, the seed head, is just peeping out through the top. I think that I've got it. Down we go. Magnets. Oh, that didn't hold very well, did it? Start again. Yeah, that's fine. That's very sticky, the stamp. So the card is saying, Oh, she's taken the stamp away. I want to go with the stamp. No, you don't. Stay where you are. And some of the ink has come out that I used before on it, so I didn't clean it off very well, did I? Fortunately, the shadow that it stamped onto my heart is in the area that I was going to stamp anyway, so I got away with that. Ink is, move on, mulberry. It's Monday morning. The sun is shining. I'm going to have a good week this week. I hope that you do too. I've got lots of crafty plans. Keeps your head in a good place, doesn't it, crafting? Right. Using a pressure tool, this is my Speedball Baron. I use it mainly for gel press work, but it's handy as a pressure tool for my Misty as well. So that's inked up one. This is beautiful colour, this mulberry. Two. I'd probably get away with two, but I'm going to go for a bit of extra depth of colour because it's my top layer, so I want it to zing out. All the other layers are sort of there as a chorus line to the main feature. I got a lot of hits on this card when I published it on Facebook. It's very popular, so I'm very grateful for comments and likes that you gave me and encouragement. So I hope that I do a good job here so that you can copy it. Let me know if you do, please. I'd love to see it, especially if you do it in different colours as well. Can make a big difference, the colour choices to a card, can't it? So I've got wet wipes, but they are water-based. I usually wash my stamps off with just a mild soap and water. And that is complete. And on to the next stage, which is a little bit of drawing. Now that looks black, that red ink, but on my camera. I'm hoping that it doesn't to you, but it's a very, very dark red. Gorgeous. On my desk it looks red. Through the lens of the camera it looks black. No matter, let's go. I'm going to take my circle masks and find the one that I used. I think it was this one. Let me just see. Yeah, pretty sure it was that one. I think these circle marks, I think I got them from Lavinia again, Lavinia stamps. So I'm using this one at the bottom. I want that card in front of me as a guide. I started off, I've put 3 lines in of 3 circles, not full circles, they're just sort of half circles, semicircles. And I'm not actually sure if they're all going to go in the same area as they did before, but as long as I give you the general direction, you'll get an idea of where to place them. When you commit with a black ink pen, commit, don't hesitate. Once you go for it, go for it. So down and up. Okay, that's good, not bad. I'm holding my breath because if I do this and it's wrong, I've got to start it all again. So coming down a bit, Yeah, why not? We'll go here, I think. So coming down a bit and over to the right, just a slight amount. I'm going to go for it again. Like so. Yeah, on a roll. Don't get too cocky, Eileen. Okay. Now, then back to it again here, I think. So this is my third and final semicircle. Down a bit. So round and round. That'll do. Yes. And then finally the lines. And I'm using my T-square. I've been getting messages about where do you get T-square? Well, where does everyone go? Amazon. And it was it wasn't an arm and a leg job. No, it's $2.99. Yeah, it's reasonable, isn't it? Yeah. I've got a couple so that because I use them all the time and I don't want to lose it. Now, going to go here and put in 3 lines. 1, and they need to be different lengths or widths, okay? Don't make them all uniform. 2, and you can increase the gap between them if you want to as well, just to add a bit of extra interest. But I'm going to leave it like that. Good. Okay, so now I'm just going to add carefully at the ends of the circles. I'm going to add dots to finish them off, and also at the intersections where they intersect with each other, or those lines. You can put in as few dots or as many as you like, and as large or small as you like. That'll do. We're getting there. Right, the final thing to stamp is the word art, which I'm hoping that I've got because I can't see it. I don't believe it. That's a pain. Do you know what I've done? I haven't put the word art in. Okay, I might be able to find it quickly. If not, you're going to get something else. No falling asleep, okay? I have found it. Now that wasn't because I am organised, it was luck, right? I've got to own up. It was luck, pure and simple. So this is from a set called Art from the Heart, and I've cut it all up. It's still usable as Art from the Heart, but it's all in sections because I just want part of it. Versifying Claire Nocturne. Quick. And let's see if I can get this in the right place first time. And straight. Let the ink soak in. Up. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. You can see it's there. It could have gone over just a little bit more because it's landed on the top of a red bud of the flower, and you can't see the word as well as I would like, so move it over a little bit more so you give it more space. Yeah, I know you'll forgive me that. Let's hurry now, shall we, because the video is going on a bit. So a couple more bits to do here. I would like to lighten up with I've got a Polychromos Lemon pencil here, and I'm just putting a tiny amount onto the goldenrod ink of that stencil, just to brighten it up and bring it to the front a bit more. All right, I'm not going to touch anything else except, and I'm going to do this quite quickly, but please, you take your time. I'm adding this gold sparkle. And this pen is called a dual metallic, hybrid dual metallic K110. And it's really high gold sparkle pen. Beautiful ink. You can get them on Amazon, but I bought mine from Cult Pens. But you have to buy boxes of 12. But as I run classes, it was fine to invest with that. But it may be you need to get together. If you buy a box, you might need to get together with friends to sort of buy it between you. Box of 12 is rather a lot, isn't it? I know we're hoarders, us crafters, but it would take me quite some time to get through 12 pens. Can you see the gold coming on? Hope so. If not, I will hold it up to the camera in a moment so that you can see it clearly. I'm not being as careful with this as I should be. So you just take your time and just outline all the petals and the circles. Being a little more careful than me. It does make a difference though. Right, next, I'm just going to do the edge of my card. Close your eyes if you're squeamish. Use a ruler or don't do it. There's a lot of you, though, do this now. I saw Barbara Gray from Clarity do this, and I thought, oh, I'm pinching that idea. She's a clever crafter. Right. I've got a little bit of fingerprint there that I want to get rid of. A bit more there. Need a brush. Soft. That's it. Okay. And the final thing to do is my enamel accents. Okay. Ranger's enamel accents. Let's put that a bit more up. Shall run this video back to make sure that I'm in shot. If not, I'll have to redo it. Oh, it's so hot here that these enamel accents are very runny. They might just do. You can't keep them in the fridge. They go too solid, but they don't like the heat. Right. Five there. One there. One there. And a larger one there. And that, my friends, is it. I don't think it's as good as the first one I did, but I'm sure that you'll forgive me. You've got the technique, and I think and I hope that you have lots of fun making it. Got a tiny amount. Look, I'm so fussy, but tiny mark on that. Go, go, go. Yeah, it's better. There we go. Move this lot out of the way. There's the card that I've just completed. It's a bit more blue on the heart, which I quite like actually. And there's the original one that I did. To me, they look more or less the same. I hope they do to you. Oops, I hope they do to you as well. Okay, thanks for being with me. I'll be back again soon. Probably tomorrow I'm going to do another video tutorial. I'm going to do 2 or 3 this week if I can. Not promising. All right. Have a nice week. Bye everyone, and thank you.